Good morning. This is Sally, the upside down picker, and I'm trying to get Todd in here right now, but he's having a hard time getting in the door. How's everybody doing today? I hope you can hear me okay. Please comment if you can. Testing, testing. Testies, testies. Hello, hello, hello. I'm trying to save this link so that I can... Okay, now all my messages just popped up at once, all the comments. Hi guys. Hi Johanna and Steampunk Town and Hank and Just Me Kathy and Liz True 72. Yeah, maybe none of that today. Maybe not. You know, I was quiet afterwards yesterday, and I think I was more pissed off than anything. Because there's not really anything I could do about it. So, hi, Thrifty Esme. Good to see you. I know I just subscribed to your channel a couple of days ago. Thank you for coming in. Are you guys ready to ramp it up for the weekend? I have to go to work tonight to make the donuts and then do a full shift, which kind of sucks, you know, especially after vacation. It went super fast. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you made it. Is your name Esme? Can we call you Thrifty Esme or Esme? I know, I don't want to go back to work. I know, it went so fast. I can't believe that it's over already. It's been 7 days. And it doesn't feel like it has been. It feels like it's been 3. And of course, you know, it's been like, oh, list a few things here, list a few things there. But not full on, you know, listing. And so, like, I feel horrible because I didn't get much done, as you can see. As you can see, all of this, I didn't get much done. But, I mean, I've just been up listing this morning. I've been up since 1 a.m. Are you going to try and come back in, Todd? And if any... Hi, Diane. I just saw your comment. Okay, so we can call you Esme. That's cool. That's cool with me. I like that name. Good morning, Diane. So been just up listing since 1 a.m. This morning, and trying to get it to where I can get it ramped up. I don't even know where to go on here. Okay. Hi, Valerie, Hickory Springs. Hi, Craig. There's Todd. Hi, Todd. Can you hear me? Maybe it's your headphones, dude. Are they... I'm not hearing any sound from you. There you go.
Yo!
Ooh, there you are. Did you forget to push a button?
I don't know. I went ahead and turned my computer completely off and restarted it, and now I guess I'm okay.
So it was you. No, I don't care.
I was afraid I'd have to show my butt or something to get entry. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hank already said, maybe none of that today.
Okay.
Please. Hi, Patty, Junk Girl. Good to see you. Thank you all for coming in. I put the link in the Instagram chat. So if anybody is part of that, like Carol, there's the link. That's the new link. I sent you the old. I'm getting an echo on my side. It's probably my sound. Can you hear echo?
Nope. No echo here.
Yeah, it's probably just my thing. So if you got an email, Carol, disregard that. The new link is in the chat, in the Instagram chat. Yeah, it's probably on my side. I can hear it though.
Sorry.
No, it's probably me. So yeah, I'm trying to work those clothes. I'm trying to list those clothes, and I'm trying to make templates so that I can... Dang it, I hate that echo. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Trying to make templates so that I can list those clothes easier. Because I have like all different kinds of sizes, and I have like some doubles of things. So I figure that's the best way to do it.
Did you mute your YouTube side, newbie?
Did I what?
Did you mute your YouTube side?
I don't have that up.
Oh.
I just have my StreamYard up.
Then how do you see the side chat?
It comes up, and whenever you start a StreamYard, you get where it says comments on the side.
Oh, live comments.
Or
I've always had it on private chat, so I never.
Yeah, well, I mean, if a private chat comes up on there, I can see it. It'll say +1 in red or something, and then but you can...
always just opened a separate window to watch the side chat.
I know, and I usually do that too, so I can see the YouTube stream, just to make sure it's going and everything. But usually I have it pulled up so that I can't even see the YouTube stream. So it doesn't really make any sense to pull it up if I can see the comments okay on the StreamYard part, as long as they're coming through okay. Yeah. Johanna says to ask Tom if he puts his cat on a leash. Why? There's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that live in, like, populated areas, and they Bye, Jonah. Have a good day. Love you. They live in populated areas and they go and take their cats for a walk, just like people taking their dogs. You just have to train them to do that. I knew you weren't calling me a hoe. Patty, I knew what you meant. Oh my gosh, Joanna. You shouldn't be worrying yourself with all that. There's a bunch of Facebook hater groups, you know? It all depends on where you live. I mean, I can understand if your cat is not fixed and it's going over to the other neighbor cats and getting them pregnant or something like that, you know? I can understand that. That would be cool, Joanna. Fish and Pickett says, I've seen a trucker walking a lizard on a leash at a truck stop. It wasn't a lot lizard.
A lot lizard.
It wasn't a lot lizard. It was just a regular lizard walking in a lot. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, to me, that's just I hate whenever I get caught up in stuff like that, you know, like, and it does like cause me anxiety whenever I use my time like that and just, watch other people blast people for no reason or for stupid reasons. Or what I think is a stupid reason.
Hi, Bumcrack.
Hey, Bumcrack.
Welcome to No Balls Friday.
That's right. No balls allowed. Hi, Beth. Fishing and picking wasn't an alligator. Liz says, I tried to keep a saltwater fish tank once. Joined some Facebook groups for info. Those fish people are crazy. Wow.
Texas foul.
Where's she at? Did I miss her?
She
Oh, there
just
you
came
are.
on and said hi, peeps.
Hi, Texas Val. Yes. Ball free zone. So if you got them, you better put them away.
Keep it in your pants.
Oh my gosh, Patty. No, I didn't find out who the troll was. I emailed the StreamYard people because YouTube's not going to do anything about it. The only way that YouTube would do something about it is if StreamYard makes them. And because I streamed it through StreamYard, I messaged somebody at StreamYard and nobody got back to me yet. So
I'm cracked. Yeah, I don't want to see him either.
with the double chin, huh?
Ball inspection.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it just pissed me off more than anything.
Yeah. But it was a nutty situation. Never mind.
Valerie called me yesterday and she goes, what happened? And I told her, she's like, oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
sucks. That sucks that has to happen.
Yeah. And then they tried to come back in as Beth. And I was like,
Yeah.
good God.
Yep. They tried to come back in as Beth. And then I think no, I think that was it.
That's
Uh,
all I remember.
Johanna, yeah, the video is still, I haven't deleted anything or anything like that. I just left it on private for right now. But I know, Beth, maybe on your chest, but yeah, somebody came in as Steven, and like his profile picture and his name was the same. And whenever I seen him in the back room, it looked like, his icon and everything. And then I went to click on him, and he didn't hack it, but he came on and showed his butthole and his balls.
And he was saying something. He was saying, like, can you
Yeah,
see me? Can you see me?
yeah, it was stupid, like, and I rewatched it, and it wasn't Steven, I'm sure, you know. I mean, I can age testicles. I've I've worked in that field for a long time, not aging testicles, but um age, like, I used to work in nursing, and um Bishop Finger says, can't be me, I only have one nut. Oh my gosh.
There are so many things my mind is contemplating right now.
But, well, no, but
No.
I mean, it's whatever. But I just thought that was funny. Anyways, I just, worked in that field for so long, and it didn't surprise me to see that yesterday. It didn't, like, shock me to my core or anything. And so if that's what they were hoping to get out of it, sorry. It just pissed me off because I wanted to throat punch them and I couldn't. I don't know if they screen shared a video or no, they didn't screen share. They didn't screen share a video. That was them. That was their camera.
That was live, I think.
Yeah, it was live. Because when you screen share, you have to get permission to screen share, and I didn't give them that. I didn't.
Liz,
They didn't. Oh my gosh,
Liz
Liz.
says, don't go down that hole.
Yeah, it wasn't screen shared.
Oh,
It,
Liz, you cracked me up.
I was able to kick Steven out by doing his name, but um, I don't want to block Steven because I don't think it was Steven. So I'm gonna unblock him. So the only thing that I can do, I kind of wanted to wait and see if that person got back to me, but I mean, it's not really fair to him for me to block him because he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, that would be like me kicking Beth out. I know Beth, wasn't trying to hack us, or not hack, but, show stuff. Yeah, definitely, Beth. Definitely. It's all good fishing and picking. I understand. I knew a guy, I worked with a guy, probably about 5-6 years ago. And when he was 18 years old, he got testicular cancer and had to go down to the one nut.
I actually had a cousin die from that.
Really?
Evidently, it got into his bloodstream and spread all over his body before they caught it early enough, or something. I don't know.
It can happen.
That was a long time ago, maybe before
Yeah.
they had the technology they do now.
Right.
That was like in the 1960s, long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I felt bad for Steven too, Shirley. Hey there, Dalton.
Dildon, Shirley, girl.
What you doing? Did you get lots of good stuff yesterday, Todd?
I got nothing.
Dang it.
It was kind of like the last 2 weeks, they haven't put out anything new.
That sucks.
So today I'm going to leave early and hit up estate sales. There are 4 estate sales,
Woo.
3 in the
That's
big
cool.
city and actually 1 in town here. So I got to be going pretty soon. The one here starts about 9 o'clock, so I'll be leaving the chat about 10 till.
Okay.
So then you're on your own, unless somebody else comes in.
Right.
To keep you company.
Yeah. Wow, Johanna. Deldon, Todd, did you see Deldon's comment? He says he got some silver for tomorrow's MSP auction.
Ooh, okay. I'll have to show
It's like he got it just for you.
Very cool.
Well. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all these clothes, like a template made for each different one. And then I don't know if I should do a template for each one or just do a template of like blouses and then a template of pants, or I'm not sure. I don't usually use templates, but I can't really steal anybody's listings either, because then you get all sorts of weird stuff popped up on there. So I don't usually use other people's listings anymore. I used to do that all the time, but
I'm pretty sure that Dusty still does, but I don't like to, because I make mistakes and accidentally leave stuff on there that I don't want from their listing.
yeah, and that's me too. I have a problem with being able to pinpoint what's different that I shouldn't have on there.
Yeah, I don't even like sell similar from my own listings. I make mistakes doing that too.
That's funny, Johanna. Well, I'm glad she has a good sense of humor. You know, I mean, it makes it kind of sad if nobody has or somebody doesn't have the sense of humor to help them through,
So
I
anyway,
haven't had it.
yeah, I need to pick up some new stuff. I got lots of stuff in my death pile, but I don't have anything new or exciting to list. So I'm like,
Right.
it's time to shop.
I know. I kind of feel like shopping today too, but I know I shouldn't.
You just got a bunch of stuff,
I
Dollar
know.
General and this and that.
Ooh, I just had somebody put a bunch of stuff in a bundle on Poshmark. Maybe they'll buy a bundle. That would be awesome.
Have you seen my boobs lately?
I was just saying that I don't think I've sold anything in Poshmark since like the middle of last month, and I need a sale. And I've been kind of ramping it up to where I've got some new stuff in there, but yeah, I don't have just a lot of stuff. I have a lot of clothing and I have a lot of hard goods. So I don't need to go shopping.
I'm hoping today is a big ticket day. Buy something for $20 and sell it for $100.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like to do. This stuff of getting a $1 item at a garage sale and selling it for $12, it just
I know.
gets old.
I know. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with this Dollar General clothing, because you can't really sell it for too much when they're selling it in the store for $12.50.
Yeah.
Even if it's new with tags and you only paid 1 cent for it, you still can't get very much out of it. I mean, some of the pants I'm listing for like $10, which may be a little bit high, but I'm putting offers on, or putting best offer on there so they can message me with a best offer and then see what happens from there.
Did you get some multiple quantity items?
Yes.
That's better. I don't mind those.
Yeah.
Because you can spend like $10 and have $100 worth of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. But
yeah, to where you don't have to do much work for it. And there, like I said, there's I have multiple quantities of like a certain pair of sweatpants, or like, a capri pant or something, and then also different sizes.
yeah.
And so that I can take that template and just change the size and then list it. I don't even have to take new pictures for that. I just have to make sure that the title's different. Yeah, I got a lowball offer yesterday, and I don't decline lowball offers. I always go back and forth with them, but I do always do a counter, but until they decline. But I countered once and they declined. So
Yeah, I got a decline yesterday on my first counter offer, and I was like, well, okay. You don't even want to raise your thing $1 or anything? Okay. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if I would. I don't know about variation listings for those. I mean, I guess I could do that. I guess I could do it that way. I don't know. It seems like I always lose stuff whenever I'm doing variation. Like whenever it relists or whatever, it doesn't relist the right amount. Save your slotted listing spots for your store. What?
What?
What, Johanna? Save your slotted listing spots for your store. I don't know what you mean. Diane says, I usually counter, but it was $5 offer on a $9 item. No profit at $5. Yeah, you have to watch it on Poshmark, because I mean, they'll tell you exactly what you're gonna make, so that's always the cool part. But yeah, you can't make. There's actually a picture that I thought about putting in all my Poshmark listings, or maybe just putting one picture as a listing, that says actually how much we make. You know, if you're buying an item for $9, you're making this amount of money. Or if you're, keep in mind whenever you're, offering us a certain amount, that this is what we're making. I'll have to find it. Maybe I'll share it in the group. It makes sense, and maybe it'll, show them. I mean, a lot of people don't care, what we make, but maybe it'll just, kind of make more sense to them about what we make. What were you meaning, Johanna? Says first time I had to call eBay to help me set it up. And yes, it relists with the original quantity. I meant one variation listing could equal 10 buy it now listings. So you won't go over your store's listing per month. Okay. I understand what you mean. And I've set mine up right and everything, as far as a variation listing. But when it would relist every month, it would not show the right quantity. Like if I set it up with like say 6 quantity, and then later on that month it relisted, then it would only have like 3 when I or maybe it was 1 even. I think it relists with 1. And I had sold some. Oh, yeah, I can't do that, Johanna. I don't know how many listings you got, girlfriend, but I can't go through my inventory and count it every month. It's just not going to happen. And I know myself, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I just know myself too well. I wouldn't go through my inventory and count how many I had left. And then it screwed me over, because then I sold stuff that I didn't have. I understand. Yeah, it's too much for the clothing part of it. I think I'll just do it like that, like how I set up the template, and then I could just change the size on the template, in the size part and in the title, and then keep it like that. And that way I can go through everything, make sure I don't have no more of those, and then list what I do have. I'll make it work. So do they have pictures for those estate sales, Todd?
Yeah, most of them did. They look pretty typical.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many estate sales that it's obvious that the woman was the last to die, because not all
Yeah.
that many men's clothes and not all that many tools and not all that many guy things hanging around.
Right.
There's always lots of dolls, and there's always lots of like one of them, there was a ton of quilting stuff. Well, yeah.
Right.
I wish I knew quilting stuff. I bet some of that would be worth a lot of money, but I don't know much about it, so.
It depends. There's a lot of quilting stuff that if you could get it cheap, it's worth it. You know?
So what's a full size handmade quilt worth? Like a nice, cotton patchwork quilt.
Like newer?
Yeah, like a nice one that doesn't have any tears or rips or.
They can go all the way up into like $1,500.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe because
Yeah.
I'm into dog clothes.
My aunt, she used to make them in Oregon, and she'd have them sitting out on her on the post of her porch, with the sell price on it, and she'd have people drive right up into her yard and buy stuff right off her porch, quilts that she hung out there.
Wow.
And for like over $500, because they were handmade. If you sell something that's hand stitched and it's in really good condition,
Sharking mom.
you should be able to get some money for it.
All right, I better get crack-a-lacking.
Well, Liz says she hasn't ever seen a quilt go that high secondhand. Maybe not. Maybe not if it's if you know that it's hand stitched. Yeah, it's got money in it.
So, how much would you pay for a quilt at an estate sale if it looked hand stitched and it was nice shape?
Oh,
$50? I don't know.
you know that it's hand stitched.
I
You
mean,
know what a hand
I haven't
stitched
seen
quilt
them
looks like
pretty much, yeah.
compared to something that's stitched with a sewing machine.
I think so.
Um,
Maybe
Liz
not.
says Liz says antique quilts at auction here usually go $50 to $100.
Uh,
So
if they got some marked at 35, it's a buy, huh?
yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gone. Everybody take care.
Okay,
Have a good weekend. We'll see you.
you
Gonna do the
too.
show Sunday?
I don't know because I have to work.
Okay.
So I'll let
All
you know.
right. We'll know when we know.
All right. Get good stuff.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, definitely different. Yes, depends on pattern too. Yeah, I think I don't know. Amish quilts are a little bit more reserved, I think. Um my aunt, she used to make these beautiful like the star quilts. So much work into that. And they were all hand stitched. She had a huge wood kitchen table that she had in her dining room, and that's what they would hand stitch all their quilts on. So yes, definitely depends on the pattern too, I think. Oh yeah, those star quilts are so pretty. I would I would love to be able to make that, but it takes so much work. It's like a part-time job quilting that kind of that level of dedication. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they I don't know. It could be to where like maybe in Oregon nobody was making them at that time. And that was like, getting 500 over $500 for a quilt in Oregon. That was when I was 17 years old in 93. So that's been a long time ago. How you doing today, Kathy? She says, I have trouble identifying between hand and machine. Other than inconsistency, is there any other tricks? Um, I don't know. It was really hard to tell hand stitched, between hand stitched and machine stitched. Back in the day, you know, I could see it. Um, I don't really know what else to look for though besides inconsistency. Um, and like when your thread runs out, them tying it off. What else? Hmm. And if you go back through and look and see if um and it might be too to where like the top is all hand stitched, but then the matting and the I can't remember what the back of the quilt's called, but um the matting and the other stuff is or the other layer that they attach it to, that could be hand or machine or hand. But some people will just hand stitch the top, like the pieces together, and then when they put the batting or whatever it's called, and the other layer onto it, they'll machine stitch that. But you could usually tell the difference. Between the two. Does anybody know, like, if I have a thing on my Poshmark that says, if you buy 3 things, you'll automatically get like 30% off or something. Does anybody know if like that comes off of the total of a bundle, or if you have to take that off? Because I'm not sure. It comes off automatically. Okay. Okay. Lori, okay. There you are. Okay. Hello. I'm like, come on. It wasn't me letting you in. How you doing this morning?
Had a fight with my coffee pot, but other than that, I'm good.
Oh, no.
It kept only wanting to spit out like that much coffee at a time. I'm like,
Oh, no.
It's like a Keurig, only it's Mr. Coffee.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna drop kick this outside here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Brandon bought me another coffee pot, just a cheap one from Walmart that only has one button on it, and it was 10 something.
I'm about ready to get a backup coffee pot. I love my Keurig because I like all the different flavors of coffee.
Yeah.
That comes with the pods when you get those assorted boxes.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes it don't want to cooperate when they start getting older. And this was a pallet find. Hi, Mom Crack. Hi, Sharky Mom. Anyway, it worked. It worked fine. And then now that it's getting a little older, it's not wanting to cooperate. So, and it's starting to leak a little bit. So I got to keep a tray under it.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, Christmas list, new coffee pot. I said, it don't have to be a Keurig as long as it takes the pods. I'm happy. So.
Right. Well, you can get those now to where you put your own in there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got. I have my own little filter thingy. It's got like a little hinge lid. And you fill it up and put it in a little thing. They're only like $4. So, because I go through them like crazy. So, but I learned to get the ones that have, if you get the ones that have like the mesh bottom, that pokey thing puts a hole in it. So your grains get down or your grounds get down in your cup. So I found one that has like a raised bottom. It's raised up from the edge about, maybe 1/4 of an inch at most. So that little thing can't get to the mesh. So, but I pay like $7 for it, but I would rather do that than get a mouthful of grounds every time I drink a cup of coffee. So
true.
But yeah.
You know what you need is a French press.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Those are nice.
And you could still make your own, like you could still use the pods, just cut them open and take the coffee out of them.
Oh yeah.
And throw it in the bottom. All you do is throw it in the bottom of your French press, and then you put hot water on top of that, let it steep, and then or steep or whatever it's called, and then you fill it up with hot water.
Huh.
And oh my god, it tastes so much better than regular freaking coffee pot coffee. I cannot believe, like, every time I use it, I'm like, why do I use a coffee pot? Dang it.
Oh, I love fresh coffee. I haven't had any from a press before, but that I know of. Well, no, I guess Starbucks uses that, don't they? Like a French press.
That's great, Tommy. That's great.
Balls on blade.
Nope, not today.
I can't be starting my day off wrong either. No, whew. So
yeah. I've already drank a whole pot of coffee by myself today.
This is only my second cup because the first cup took so long.
Well, I started my coffee maker at like 1:30 this morning. So
yeah, my sister has her set, and when she starts smelling that coffee, it wakes her up in the morning. So she has to go downstairs and get her cup of coffee. So
yeah,
she knows it's time to get up when she smells coffee brewing. So
oh my gosh,
I used to have one like that, and I had it forever. And it finally conked out. And the kids bought me my first Keurig, and I've been in love with those ever since. But I also have a percolator that I use camping. If you've ever had percolated coffee. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. It's so good.
And strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, first time I used it, it kind of like everywhere. But I managed to figure it all out. But it's good. Good coffee. So that's kind of my backup, but I won't use it unless I absolutely have to because it's outside the camping stuff.
Yeah.
I'd have to go.
I need one of those. Yeah. I found one time and I freaking sold it. I shouldn't have.
I got mine from Walmart, the camping. I mean, it's only like yay big.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's back there with the camping stuff. It's just a little bitty thing. I mean, it's, it's enough to have like 2 or 3 cups of coffee, the styrofoam cups. So
I don't know, Tommy. I was waiting for you. What are you showing and who you telling? Wow, I can't believe we bought one at Walmart.
Yeah, it's in the camping.
Well, the one that I sold was really old.
Mm-hmm. This is just a little aluminum one. It's made for camping, but it's the same thing. You put it over. You can use it on an electric stove if you want. I use it on my little cook stove when I camp because I have to have coffee. And it's like, if not, you might as well forget it. Everybody in the campground better leave if I don't have my coffee. Because if we're not staying at a campground that has a commissary with a morning coffee thing, it's like that old bear is going to be killing us.
Yeah.
So I know we stayed at the one campground. My kids would get up and go get me coffee in the morning. They'd go down to the commissary and buy me a cup of coffee.
That's the best thing. I love smells. Mm-hmm. When I'm camping, I love smells like
the campfire, the marshmallows, the everything, food,
fried potatoes and bacon.
Oh yeah, with
the absolute best with coffee. When you're camping.
Yeah. We went down to Fredericksburg a few years ago. It's been a while. We went metal detecting with our metal detecting group. We were doing the Civil War area down in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And I took like 5 pounds of bacon because there's a bunch of people with us. And I got up one morning. I got up like at 5 o'clock and everybody's still asleep. So I started frying that bacon, and about 5 minutes later, here, zip, 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 zip.
Yep.
Everybody sticking their head out, like it's got bacon, because everybody else has got bologna sandwiches and stuff like that. I bring the whole kitchen. I bring bacon and eggs. So everybody's bringing me coffee and cookies and trading for. Can I have some bacon? Can I have some bacon? Yeah, sure. That's what I bought it for. You got all these guys that are down there with raw hot dogs and bologna sandwiches, and Mama brought the bacon. So, but that was funny. It was so quiet. All of a sudden, you hear them zip, 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 zip.
Yep. That was my mom when she would cook whole meals. She wasn't just, we would have sandwiches and stuff at like lunch, but for dinner we would have like usually hot dogs and hamburgers, or and we'd have beans and
oh yeah,
just I mean, anything that because there was 4 of us kids plus my dad and my mom, so but fried potatoes
Uh-huh.
and all of that,
I'd make
in the
beef
morning.
stew and everything. I would set it on the fire. I have the big Dutch oven, and you'd
Mm,
set it on the coal or set it on the edge of the fire and just let it cook all day. And just
mhm.
after out doing a bunch of stuff, you come back to the campground and you got a nice hot meal right there. Yep.
Yeah, Joanna says, "Who doesn't take bacon and eggs for breakfast while camp?" Yeah, I would always get bacon and eggs if I'm going camping, and potatoes. Sorry, can't have it.
Yeah.
I can't have any
A
of
little
that
bit of
without
onion.
potatoes.
And a little bit of onion with fried potatoes. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
My Teresa, whenever we take her fishing, everybody likes when we bring her uh, catfishing with us for pay laking because we usually
Mhm.
go for about 2 days. And when she goes with us, she's like me. She brings the whole kitchen, so she's feeding everybody. So we don't have to hit their commissary or nothing because
Mhm.
hamburgers and hot dogs, and in the morning get bacon
Yeah.
and eggs. Everybody's like, we need to bring her more. She feeds us good.
Yep, I'm hungry too. Can you tell?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I got cereal. I eat on my Geta. I don't know if you know what that is, but my
What is
brother.
it?
It's called Geta. My brother makes it. My dad's family recipe. My brother-in-law makes it. It's like you use pinhead oatmeal and onion and pork and um, it's kind of when you first put it all together, it's kind of like gelatinous a little bit, and then they pour it into a pan, and it kind of
Hmm.
firms up, and then you take it out and fry it and stuff. It's a German recipe,
Hmm.
and it's been in our family for ever.
I've heard
And
of it.
Gleyer's actually makes Geta. It's a Cincinnati staple is Geta. It's really good. And fry it with a little bit of bacon grease and throw some onions and not onions, but some bacon and eggs on top of it. Yep, it's good. If you're from Cincinnati area, you know what Geta is. So, but we have a homemade recipe that's been in our family, my dad's family forever, or my mom's family forever.
Yes,
So,
there are some smells that I dislike. This
mhm.
is true.
Some people like the smell of gasoline. I can't stand it.
I can't either.
It's like, why would you want to smell that purposely? It's like, ugh.
I know. Brandon will go over next door and spill something on his shirt, like gas or
Mhm.
oil or something. I'm just like, you gotta go change your shirt because I can't
Uh-huh.
have you in here. You're gonna give me a damn headache.
Yeah, I can't take that. I get it if I'm filling up my gas tank, my tank drips out on my shoe or something. I'm ready to throw my shoe away.
I know.
So,
Oh
but there's
yeah.
some Teresa. She likes the smell of gas. I said, "You trying to tell me something? You have gas? No, I don't have gas. I just like the smell of it." I said, "Why?
Uh,
Why would you like that smell?"
I like the smell of Sharpie markers.
That's a little odd, but okay. uh,
I don't know what we're doing for Thanksgiving. Is it this week?
no, the 28th, I think. I think
Uh,
we got another week and a half yet. I do believe. Yeah,
uh,
28th.
no, Lori. I think it's 21st, isn't it?
No, it says 28th, Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yep.
I thought it was
No,
the third Thursday.
it's the 4th of this year. Yep. Because I'm looking right at my calendar and make sure it's still November. Yes, it's November. Smell of Scotch tape.
Oh yeah, that's a good smell too.
I know this sounds weird, but I like the smell of cork, and not just the wine cork, but the cork we used to lay on our insulation board at work, like a cork board.
Huh,
It comes in
yeah.
big rolls, and we
Hmm.
put it up on our. And when they first bring that out and open it up, it's in plastic, and they open that cork up, and I guess it's the cork and all the different stuff they use, but always smelled so good. So,
Mm,
and of course, I love the smell of a wine cork, preferably when it's coming out of the bottle. But
right.
I
Um,
still like the smell of matches, a
I
straight
do
match.
too. The
Yeah.
sulfur. There's actually a town in Oklahoma called Sulphur,
Uh,
and that's what it smells like. Is sulfur. It's because of the sulfur. There was like a sulfur plant or something there, but it doesn't smell like that coming out of the plant. It smells like rotten eggs.
I like the smell of fresh cut grass and Christmas trees too. Just the smell of Christmas alone. It's like, oh, and cinnamon. I love cinnamon.
I don't like the smell of grass. It gives me hay fever.
You're not supposed to go stick your nose in it to smell it.
It doesn't matter if I am in an area. I used to wear a mask whenever I would cut the lawn because I would get hay fever so bad. But yeah, just being in a yard that is fresh cut, it still gets me.
People will pay up for vintage dry erase markers. Well, I got a shit ton of them from the company I used to work for, but I don't think I can sell them because they got the company name on them. Yeah, I worked for a company that that we made chalkboards and dry erase marker boards and cork boards and display cabinet, all that stuff. I worked there for 20 some odd years. That's where I retired from, basically. So we were the leading company before Quartet and Rose Art come along.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. He's talking about grass clippings. Oh, that's him talking about the snort 'em.
No, I was thinking of Thanksgiving. I almost said Halloween. I was thinking of Thanksgiving because I think since Job's not coming here on Thanksgiving, he's coming up for Christmas instead. So I think we're gonna go to one of Brandon's family's dinners. They usually have at least one place that they go. So we'll probably just take a ham or something. I find them at estate sales if they still smell strong. Some people like that smell.
I got candles with fresh cut grass, match smell, and Christmas tree, I think.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if it's Scentsy or some other company, but I have essential oils when I used to make candles that had all those smells. I could have bought. Well, I didn't get the match one or nothing like that, but I had the fresh cut grass because I used to make the soy candle, the tarts. I used to make those and sell them when I was younger. Oh.
Christian Pickens says I like the smell of a 7-Eleven store. Also like the smell of China rubber gold. China rubber gold, aka Harbor Freight stores. China rubber gold. I never heard it called that before.
A Harbor Freight store. Harbor Freight has a unique smell. I know what he's talking about. It's weird. It's like a rubbery, tapey. It's just hard hardware, greasy. I mean, it's just like all rolled into. I love Harbor Freight. It's like a toy store to me. I love that place. I can find just about anything I need to build something with in that store, and it's cheaper than Lowe's. So, except for they don't carry lumber or nothing like that. But as far as tools go. Some of them are crappy and some of them are actually pretty good. So you just gotta.
I don't like the smell of rubber, so I probably wouldn't like the smell of that.
It's like it smells like a bunch of rubber mallets in one location.
I can't do it. Can't do it. Let's see. Okay, so I clicked on that bundle, and it actually brought up a thing. Oh, I clicked make an offer, and it brought up a thing that says my discount and then how much it would be after that.
Bundle
And then
for what?
For Poshmark.
Oh. Huh. You find markers of the dry erase it. Yeah, I know the old style Sharpie markers. They were metal with the black, and they had like little. They had the metal casing, and they had the stripes like a. I don't know. It's like a. They looked almost brown, and then the black cap, but they were like from the 70s. Those were some strong markers. You could open that down the hill and smell it up here. So, I mean, but
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
but I like those kind of markers. I always thought were kind of cool smelling. And of course, when I was a kid, or when the kids were little, they had the fruity smelling markers. The Crayolas had the different smells. I said, that's going to make my kids want to eat them. It's like, I ain't getting them for them. Oh, that smells like a grape. I want it to taste like, come out.
I was in love with scratch and sniff stickers when I was a kid.
Yeah, I did too. It's like, I had my notebook covered with them. The black cherry was my favorite. I love the black cherry.
I had a bunch of different ones, and I think cotton candy was my favorite. That and strawberry. And of course, I had strawberry shortcake everything when I was a kid.
Had that, yeah.
I would just sniffer, inhale.
Just rock around the stuck up your nose. What are you doing? I like the smell.
When we were in 6th grade at the schools that we went to in California, there was a place that they would actually take you to camp basically for a week with the school, and it was called SciCon for us, and so we would go up there. There is a smell from SciCon that I can't find what it was. I think it had to have been like somebody's soap or deodorant or something like that. But I've never been able to replace that smell. But if I ever smell that again, I will know it. Like sometimes I get almost like a whiff of that, and I'm like, oh, it was almost that, it was almost that, what that smell was. But, and, you would think, because I went there in the 6th grade, so I was what, 12 or something, or not even 12. How old was I in 6th grade? Probably around 12. And, yeah, I still have that scent that I haven't been able to replace.
Yeah, one of my favorite perfume scents is at Sierra, but I'm allergic to it. I can't wear it. I can't be around it, but it's one of my favorite smells. But if somebody happens to be wearing, which it's an 80s perfume.
Oh, okay.
From the 80s, almost, early 90s area. And my best friend at the time, when he was in high school, she bought a bottle of it, and she borrowed my T-shirt. I had a Spuds McKenzie Budweiser shirt, and she borrowed it for something. And I went up to get it, and I was carrying it home, and because she hadn't washed it, I said, "Don't wash it. Mom wants to wash it," because she didn't trust her not to shrink it. And I was carrying it. All of a sudden, my eyes started watering and itching. My hands started just turning red and itching, and I was like, can't breathe. And she just lived right up the street. So I ran to my sister's, who was like in between us, and I said, something's wrong. And she said, what did you do different? I said, I went and picked up this shirt from Kim. And she sniffed it. She said, it's the perfume. You're allergic to it. I was like, oh no, because I love that perfume. And I didn't realize that I had been around her like a day or two before, and I kind of had a little bit of a reaction, but I wasn't there long enough. But I guess carrying it and it being right in my face is just like, and it's like she wore the whole bottle on that one shirt. So it was bad. And it just, They killed me. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
Wow.
ended up having to get rid of the shirt because they couldn't get the smell out of it. So no matter how many
Oh,
times
that
they washed it, she wouldn't bought me a new one, but still. And but yeah. So anytime she come around, I'll be like, "Stay over there. What perfume are you wearing?"
Not today.
But I can tell if somebody's wearing that. Like if I'm in a thrift shop, or because sometimes people still find it and they wear it because it was popular back then. And I'll be like, I can't go in here because I can just instantly smell it and instantly start feeling. It's like I can't. I don't know.
What is it called?
It's called Sierra.
Sierra. Okay.
I can't remember who makes it, but it's with a C. I think it's CIA, yeah, RA or something like that. It was in a yellow and like a dark yellow and or bright yellow and a light yellow box with, I think it had stripes on it and it had gold lettering, I do believe. So, but it was expensive back then. I don't know what it is today,
I'm not too much of a perfume wearer. I can I mean, ever since I was a kid, I would just get headaches.
Mm-hmm.
But Sherry said that Sierra was her perfume back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked that one that would come in the little bottles. It had like 3 little bottles.
Oh, the from the little heart-shaped bottles almost. Fantasy something and little spray bottles.
I don't know. I don't know if it was.
In the 80s and 90s, we wore that sticky stuff in Miami.
And then I also wore, what's it called? Not Electra. What is it called? It was Debbie Gibson.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what that is. Now, my favorite right now, I absolutely love it, is Pink Cashmere from I think it's Bath and Body Works. They have the body lotion, the body wash, and the body spray, and it's just a very light smell. And then the evenings, if I go out in the evenings, or if we go somewhere nice, I wear Love Spell, something like that. Those are my 2 favorites. But during the day, I like to wear a lighter not perfume, but body spray. Because nobody likes to stink. Gloria Vanderbilt.
Sherry put a link in there, said if anybody wants to send Lori a case of it.
A case of what?
Sierra.
Oh, no. It'll have a big black RTS with a vintage marker. Be like that. Have you ever seen Total Recall when they go outside? Their eyeballs start popping out. Yeah. That'd be me. Open that box. That reminds me, I seen a lady that looked like she come right straight from that movie the other day at the bingo hall. I was like, she was red. I mean, she was red. I'm thinking somebody baked in the tanning booth too long. She reminded me of Kramer when he was he was up on that roof with all that butter. That it wasn't Newman. Looked at him and he looked like a turkey. That's what she looked like. I was like, God. And she had big, kind of bulgy eyeballs. I told my sister Kimmy, I said, she looks like she just stepped out of Total Recall, and she started dying laughing. Oh. Thank you, Sherry. Where's Todd and Tom and all of them?
Oh, Todd just left before you came in.
Oh, okay.
He was going to 4 estate sales today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I need to find some of those because our garage sales are done for the year.
Yeah.
So I need to get my estate sale app out. Oh, I got the hiccups now.
Electric Youth, that's what it's called.
Electric what?
Electric Youth,
oh, Electric Youth.
Yeah, I think that's what the perfume's called too.
See, I'm getting stocked up just thinking about Sierra perfume. Yeah.
Doesn't take much, huh? Yeah, that's what it's called.
I don't know. I probably could get a connection, but it's our ex drummer, her and our lead guitarist are getting a divorce, so she probably wouldn't want to help me out. They haven't even been married a year and they're already getting split up. So
Get Bath and Body Works coupons for Black Friday.
right.
Want to buy some, but don't want to pay eBay prices. Hi Jennifer. I don't know. She says I'm shipping on my keyboard. Whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. If I come across anything, I will let you know, Liz. I don't have anything as of yet. We don't have a Bath and Body Works in this town, but that doesn't mean they won't come out with one in the paper or something. So if I get anything, I'll let you know.
My belly's growling.
Yeah, but I don't know where everybody else is at today.
Have you tried that Retail Me Not? It's got 50% off Bath and Body Works coupons and promo codes.
Yeah, there's also the one that used to what was it? It changed names just recently. See if I can find it. Barely fluent English.
Sorry.
That's right.
Sleepy.
Ebates. Yeah, it was.
eBay.
I think it was Ebates, but it's not Ebates anymore or something. Let me see if I can find it.
We were just talking about camping there, Texas Fowl, a little while ago.
It's called Rakuten.
Huh? Rakuten.
Rakuten. Yeah, check that out. You might be able to find something on there.
How do you spell that?
It's Rakuten.
Oh, Rakuten.
Or yeah, I don't know.
I thought you said raccoon. Rakuten. Yeah, Rakuten.
Rakuten.
Rakuten. Yeah, Rakuten. I'm thinking Rakuten.
Okay.
Rakuten.
I didn't know how to say it. I couldn't even remember what it was called. I had to look it up.
It's like Jeet
Oh, you're lucky, Texas Val. She's leaving, going on another camping trip. Oh yeah, Honey is the one that shows the discounts too. Like it tells you the cheapest place to get it or cheapest way to go. Have fun camping, Texas Beth. How long you gonna be gone? A week? Or just for the weekend?
I'm going to go find some crackers or something. The microphone's going to pick up my belly growling. Because it's really.
I don't have a code, Sherry.
Yeah, so if you hear that, that's not a demon, that's my belly.
Oh, you might hear mine too. I ate cereal at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Rakuten, or however you say it.
Rakuten. That's a. It's like Rasputin. I kick her, sir. Rasputin the bat. No, that's Bartok's the bat from Anastasia. I kick her, sir. Yeah. And I chop her, sir.
I don't even know if I have one, to tell you the truth. Nope. Wait. Maybe. Yeah, I guess I do. Right click on it if you have the extension. I don't have the extension.
See. They have an app too. Rakuten.
Oh, okay.
Find the best Black Friday deals.
Boop, 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 boop. Valerie says she'll be back on Monday evening. We are going to a reptile and pet expo too while we're gone. That sounds fun.
The Burger King finger puppet of that bat always sells. Oh, I love Bartok's. He was cool.
Okay.
And I don't know if you ever seen the movie called Fern Gully.
Oh yeah,
the animation that's got the little bat that Robin Williams played. Mm. And then of course you got the bat from that Robin Williams played. Then on Land Before Time, it was Ducky.
Yeah,
those little things sold.
I remember Ducky. That was when my kids were. That was when my kids. Oh, leave yours up, Sherry. It's fine.
If you sign up for the Rakuten app, you get a $10 welcome bonus.
Mine's at 25.
Well, they must like you better than me because I got 10.
I don't know. That's just what it said. Maureen says the Burger King finger puppet of that bat always sells. Mm-hmm. I've sold one of those before. That was whenever I first started on eBay.
I love that movie though, Anastasia.
Yeah, that's good. Ferngully is really good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my kids, they just, when they would get a new movie, they would just, I tell you, they would play it so much that they usually wore through their movies. Like, I'd have to buy them new movies. Or, if they weren't tired of it by that time,
My son loved all the Land Before Time movies. He always wanted to watch those.
Mm-hmm.
I about know those by heart. Tree
Yeah,
stars.
I have a box that has it has like all of the movies except one. And I'm trying to find that one so I can send it to Tina and her kids. Because she bought a VCR so that, her kids would have movies and stuff and wouldn't have to worry about them breaking DVDs and stuff like that, Hi, Ibis, Stella Sparkles. It says, I just sold Land for Time plushie.
Dear brave Sarah. That's what we used to say. This one girl used to work with us. She was a dear brave Sarah. Shut up!
Yeah, Sandlot's a good movie too.
Oh, I love that movie too.
I have stuff that I save from that movie all the time, like forever.
I tell Teresa that all the time. You're killing me, Smalls. She's like, what's that mean? I said, what? She's never seen.
Oh no,
Sandlot. She's never seen a lot of movies because of she grew up Pentecostal. They didn't have a TV, so I got to introduce her to the Wizard of Oz and all that stuff. So, and she hasn't seen probably 90% of the Disney stuff that's not 90s or later or newer. So anything before that she hasn't seen. So I was like, well, we're gonna have a Disney.
I don't even think I could. I don't even think I could freaking work. I'd be like in a room, or cabin or something, someplace watching freaking movies all day.
I told her, I said, now we gotta get that Disney stream so we can watch them all. So,
yeah,
because she's seen, from at least 93 up, she has seen all that stuff. So anything before that, she's never seen Bambi. She's never seen Snow White. None of those. Yeah, none of those. So Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Mary Poppins, none of that. Because, for one, it was kind of like had witches, so they weren't allowed to watch that stuff. So if it considered anything witchery is what her, anything that does magic is considered witchery. So they weren't allowed to watch that stuff. So I said, but there's no witchery in Bambi.
Right. Or about wild animals. Kathy, I don't know. You should be able to just go into on Poshmark, you should be able to go into your account and fix that to link the right Facebook. Yeah, I'm trying to get those movies collected for Tina because my kids loved Land Before Time. They just all the movies.
Heck, I even enjoyed sitting and watching them with them. They just
me too.
They loved it.
I mean, they were on all the time, so it was like, just going back and forth and, through the house or whatever. You pick up little things and, sit down and watch it with them for a while.
And my son, his favorite cartoon that was on was Gargoyles. Do you remember that one? It had, Michael Dorn, I think, was the main voice for the main gargoyle. He was Worf from Star Trek, so he had a real deep voice. But that was a good cartoon. That my son is like Batman, Gargoyles, and Land Before Time.
Everybody saw Sparkle says I thought it was Ducky, and my husband thought it was said it was Chomper. Well, it's been a while since I watched them. And then Liz says that she found a Littlefoot Gund plush at a yard sale that had the original paper bag that JCPenney sold to Ben, and she got $80 for that sucker.
See, Ducky was green and Chomper was tan, I think. So that's how I would tell the difference between. Well,
and
I've seen it so many times I know, but
yeah, Ducky.
He was like green with a yellow belly, and then
he was a different kind of.
Chomper was like a light tan, kind of like Littlefoot, only a little bit darker, maybe, with a tan belly. I do believe. I think.
This one is purple. This one is purple. So
maybe he was purple.
It might be.
Chomper might have been purple.
Chomper.
Well, let's find out. Let's see.
So my aunt has them all. She thinks our kids still like them, but my youngest is 9 now, and they don't anymore.
Yeah, he was kind of a purple color, grayish purple. Chomper was.
Hi, Jamie.
He was a cute character.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mr. Sadie.
Hello.
So what'd you list it for then? Because they said they just went by solds. I don't think I've ever been able to find a Land Before Time plush. I don't think I've ever seen one at thrift stores or anything.
I wish I would have kept the ones my kids had.
I probably would have got it if I would have, if I'd seen it.
They had all the hand puppets too. Those the hard rubber ones or vinyl ones. I mean, I think like somebody said they come from Burger King.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sure.
Cough up a lung, might feel better.
We're good, Jamie. How are you? Oh, Mr. Sadie says my boys had all the pound puppies when they were little. Every time I've gotten them, because I've gotten pound puppies a lot, and I've always sold them. They always sell for pretty good money. And they could be the little ones from frickin' McDonald's.
Well, the creator of Pound Puppies lives right here in Ohio, right in Waynesville.
Oh, cool.
Look what I have. I have an original, which I don't know if you can see this. This is hand sewn. Let's see it through the bag. That's all hand sewn. This is one of the first, before even Tonka.
See if I can flip this.
Before Tonka even got it. And it's got his signature in it, Mike Bowling. It's from 19...
Oops.
Hold on a second. Yeah, Mike Bowling. Puppies. It's 157 of 1,000 that were created. So, but yeah.
Wow.
I had him on for 300, and I had a bunch of watchers, but nobody popped on him. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep him for a while and then put him
Yeah.
back. I'm waiting till the anniversary of their release and all that, maybe, and maybe the 50th anniversary or something like that, because it's they've been around for a long time. So and I got it for $1 at a yard sale. So
yeah, I'm sure it's worth a good amount of money.
Yep. We drive by his house quite often when we're going to the flea market and stuff in Waynesville, because that's where he lives. So, but yeah, he's the tag on it says Pound Puppies 1984.
Yeah.
Pound Puppy Inc. So it was before Tonka even bought the Pound Puppies. So
Wow.
So he's probably worth. And there was nothing like him on eBay when I got him, and I've had him for about 5 years now. So
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep him for a while. Maybe not the 50th, but
Rita says, I'm so mad I worked at Toys R Us in the 80s. If I would have known all these toys would be worth something now, I'd kick myself. My son has had all originals, but of course they're 35 years old. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, this is one of the first production runs from that. Because I think that was what they did. They did 1,000 of them, and then went and had them all done up by another company. So these were all hand sewn. Oh, I'm sure it's probably worth a fortune too. At least that's what I'm hoping. So, and with his signature on it and the number and the tag before Tonka got it, it's probably worth it. I thought about taking it to Antiques Roadshow if they ever come to Ohio, just to get it appraised. So
yeah.
But it's right now it's probably one of my most expensive pieces that I've picked. So, and I found him, like I said, I paid $1 for him. He was down in the bottom of a tub of they had a Teddy Ruxpin, and they had that, and then they had a Polo Ralph Lauren teddy bear, which I bought all 3 of those.
Oh.
The teddy bear I think I sold for $150. The Teddy Ruxpin I think I sold him for $100 because he worked. He actually worked. And then there was another one, the country bumpkin type looking Teddy Ruxpin. Can't remember the name of that. I think I still have him. And then that one, and I pulled him out of there. I said, $1? I said, are you sure? He's like, oh yeah. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. Okay.
I know it. My St. Vincent's, they do that. They have like a bin that they put all of their, like they'll separate the small plush from the, the medium sized plush, and then the bigger plush, bigger plush is like $1.50, and then medium size is $1, and then the small ones are 75. And usually they throw stuff in there that is like the talking Care Bears and stuff like that. They all go in there. It doesn't have to be just plush, So I usually find a lot of good stuff in there because it's usually buried.
Sadly, my mom made me keep stupid Barbies in the box. I used to buy my daughter every year. They would come out with the new Barbie, the holiday version, the holiday Barbies. And I would buy one for her, and I would keep it in the display case until she got old enough, to put them in her room. And she come down. She was probably about 12, I guess, or no, 10 or 11. She says, "Mommy, can I move these to my room?" I'm thinking, yeah, I guess so. It'll be fine. Just put them up on your shelf or whatever. She had no intention of putting them up on the shelf. I went up there probably the next day, and there were Barbie pieces everywhere. She took them apart. She was playing. I mean, I don't know what this kids had. There were heads over here, legs over there, dresses. I'm like, oh my God. Every one of them the boxes was destroyed.
Oh my God.
She said, well, they are mine. I said, Yeah, to hold on to give to your daughter when you eventually ever have one, not to destroy. God, I couldn't
Oh my God.
Oh, she was horrible when she was weird. It's like living with Wednesday Addams, you know.
Well, I remember that me and my younger sister, we used to take apart our Barbies and stuff too and cut their hair because we weren't allowed to have a Ken doll.
Mm-hmm.
So we would, until my brother started getting those big G.I. Joe Army men, we didn't have nothing to play with our Barbie dolls with as far as a boy. So we would cut the hair off and make them, dress them in like jeans and a regular like denim shirt or something like that. And then, we had our Ken. And, I always think, that's what you get, Dad. Because my sister is way gay. So that's what he gets for not letting us play with the Ken dolls. Well, it was probably a decision while she was in the womb, but she's always, as long as I know her, she's been like that. Johanna says, just sold my Big Bird cookie jar from the 80s. $49.99 plus shipping.
That's what I bought her, Joanna. Was all the different Christmas Barbies, and she had them. She just destroyed them. It was weird. She'd have if she did put them back together again, the legs would be where the arms go, and vice versa. It's like I said, Wednesday Addams. She was a weird one when she was little.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Sharky Mom Dills has all the freaking tapes and books and Eddie
Ruxpin. Yeah. And what was the hillbilly? Was it Hillbilly Bear?
I don't know
what it was, but it didn't talk, but it had the shoes and had the floppy hat. It looked like I think it might have been called Hillbilly Bear, but I bought that too. I think I still have him.
Yeah, I was just kidding. About that. I think it didn't play a role. Hi, Mary. Good morning to you. Oh, wow. She says, my brother, though, he wouldn't let me get my nephew a play kitchen until I found a blue one. It was never like that when we were kids. I mean, yes, my parents would buy, like more girly stuff when we were younger and we didn't really know what we wanted. But as soon as we knew what we wanted, like, my dad bought my brother a bike and it had that bar, the bar that the boys always hit their crotch on. It was like a BMX bike, but it had that bar. And my brother didn't like it because it had that bar. And so my sister took that bike and she rode that bike around. She liked that better than, like a 10 speed or something like that. She liked having the BMX bike. And, but like, as far as like gender appropriate things, like toys and stuff. Like I remember when I was in kindergarten and all the boys and girls, they would all be playing house. You know, in our kindergarten class, um they had like kitchens and stuff, and like so you could play house, and the boys were in there just as well as the girls were. You're funny, Mr. Sadie.
I never liked playing with dolls. They creeped me out when I was little. My mom bought me one that crawled and turned her head. I'm like, nope, I ain't playing with that. She's like, oh, but it's cute. I'd hide it. Every chance I got, she'd find it somewhere. What's your doll doing in here? I don't know. But I loved Hot Wheels. I still
Yes.
collect those of all the old muscle cars. I'm a gearhead too. I love cars, old cars. But so did my mom. My mom loved muscle cars,
Yeah.
and we had an old, I think a '78 Nova that she had my brother kind of jack it up a little bit. It was brown with racing stripes, and she never drove, but she liked riding around in that car.
Yeah.
So we had a '80 Buick Skylark that it was gorgeous. It had that metal flake hunter green, real dark forest green. It's real dark and with white interior, and she or not white, like a tan interior, and she loved that car. She had him kind of pop it up a little bit and put rims and tires on it, and like I said, she never drove, but she liked her cars to look good. I think that's where I get it from.
Oh, I agree. I buy so sparkles because my sister's very happy, and she wouldn't have been unless she was gay. I mean, unless she could be who she is, she wouldn't be happy. So I'm all for her being happy. Yeah, a nut rack and bar. That's definitely. I don't know why they would. That's the thing. Like, I didn't know why they would do that with a boys' bike. You know what I mean? Like, put a bar right there just so they can crack their nuts on it. I don't know. Didn't make sense to me. Right. That's my family too, Mr. Sadie. Yeah, I agree, Joanna. It's like acting out normal life and stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Must be getting cold outside because it heater just kicked on again. Mary says my daughter had a talking Amanda doll. She had to have it. It was $80 at the time, a lot of money at that time for me, but I got it for her at Christmas. It scared her to death. It was creepy and it went off all the time by itself. Never touched it. Oh my gosh. Wow. I've not heard of that one. the Talking Amanda doll. I don't remember that one. There was so many when we were kids. I mean, that was whenever all they started peeing and all that, and you could feed them, and they were getting, getting more inventive with their, with the toys and stuff. But I always liked, even though my parents never bought it for me, but I always liked He-Man and He-Man and the Castle Grayskull and all those action figures and G.I. Joes, and that was more towards when I was around 10, 11, 12, something like that. I'd still play with Barbies sometimes if I had them to play with, but Kathy says I always look at old days when women rode tandem bikes and horses side saddle. I was thankful that went away, but that's why girl bikes have the bar lower for dresses. Oh, like, really gonna wear a dress while you're on a bike? I don't know. In the car, my daughter had a microphone that sang, and we would hear it all the time. Finally found it. Wow, Mr. Sadie. Good job. Says I sold a Jacqueline Kent Carolers collection doll last night for $50. Good job. Oh man, I want chili too, Johanna. Thanks for making me hungry. I think I'm gonna make fried potatoes because that just sounds really good to me. Well, I know, Shirley. That's why I said that. That's why I said my sister's been gay since she was in the womb. Okay. Well, it's 11 o'clock. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And I hope you have a very good weekend. I'm not sure yet if we're doing a show on Sunday, like a listing challenge or anything like that, because because I have to work that day. I have to work the night before and the night and Sunday night. So possibly not unless somebody else wants to like help me with it. So we'll let you know. Just keep it right on the squad. And we will let you know what's going on if we're having any challenges or anything like that. So you guys have a great day and make sure you list a bunch because I have a feeling it's going to be a good weekend. And hope your sales are great. See you later. Bye.